Hey Wes, we just talked to Kirk, and he had said a few weeks ago that he couldn't afford to miss a rep because of learning a new system. But he said if he had to miss any time, this was probably the most strategic because you guys didn't practice much. Although he did want to practice last Thursday. How much did he maybe miss, or how key was it him being out these past 5 days?
Well, obviously every rep's important. He knows that, but to be able to get him back for this practice, these two practices with the Niners, where we're playing a challenging front, a different scheme. When you're going against your own guys for so long, you get used to kind of where the ball's going to go on a lot of your concepts. You get real familiar with your defense. So to see some different looks and different coverage structures is going to be big for us as far as our concepts, the things that we're doing against a different scheme, and kind of being able to click through those progressions the way that he needs to is going to be important. Good work today.
What is the biggest key to working through progressions?
It's really this offense. If you're talking about playing in rhythm and timing, it's being able to kind of click through with your feet in the ground, playing grounded, hitching in place, working through progressions, being able to say no, see areas, and really feel areas as opposed to watching routes, which is kind of any offense in the league. You can't watch routes. You've got to be able to feel and anticipate. But if you can, be grounded at the top of your drop, feel an area, say yes or no, and then click through to the next progression. Hopefully your eyes have moved the defense in a way that the next guy coming into that window will be open.
What do you prioritize when you're looking for a backup quarterback?
Well, you're looking for a guy who's going to be great in the room, who's going to be there for the starter as far as game preparation, and then a guy who is able to play with limited reps. You can't be a rep guy as a backup quarterback. You've got to be a guy that is preparing every week as if you're the starter, and then ready at any point to step in and be able to execute the offense.
What were your takeaways, sort of high-level takeaways from the way Kellen played on Sunday?
Well, the thing that I liked about Kellen was there was some resiliency there. There was a couple plays he'd probably like to have back, or maybe would have liked to have let go and thrown into a window. And you know what? He just kept playing. There was no flinch. There was no blink. He just kept playing and ended up making a great throw on a fourth down and leading us down for a touchdown. So and really giving us a chance. At the end of that game, that last drive, we got the ball with about 6.5 minutes to go, and we scored in about 2 minutes there. So gave us a chance to potentially get a stop and have a chance to win the game.
In the past, getting the ball out on time is kind of one of the things you're working on with him. How has he improved in that area?
You're talking about Kellen? I'm sorry, it's just a little...
Yeah, getting the ball out on time. Is that something that he's improved on?
He's definitely improved. I mean, Kellen's come a long way from when we first got here in the spring, and as far as the urgency with his drops, the footwork, being able to get through those progressions like we talked about. He's kind of he's very diligent in his preparation, and he studies it, he knows it, and it's just a matter of taking that knowledge that he's got and just continuing to show it out here on the field.
Defense do well beyond just like having good players. Like schematically, how do they make things difficult?
Well, on first, second down, they're not extremely complicated as far as the things they do, but what they do is they have wrinkles. They make things look the same in their different coverage structures initially, and they have an extremely difficult front. The way they penetrate, the wide nine techniques, obviously the personnel that they've built on that front is exceptional, but it makes it very challenging with their style of play up front to get some of your run schemes off. You know, if you're trying to go lateral, and these guys are some great players that are going vertical, it can be difficult at times. So it'll be a great test for us to go against this team for a couple of days, particularly up front, to see how we handle that kind of style of play, and see if we can be the offense we want to be.
I wanted to ask you about the Niners offense. What are your impressions that you've seen from how Kyle Shanahan has grown that system over the years, being in the division, making steady crossover games?
Well, Kyle has been one of the best play callers in this league for a long time. Their ability to scheme and marry both the run and the pass. They're very physical front, really on both sides of the ball. So it was a big challenge. I mean, I was in LA for 3 years, and we lost 6 straight games, and we're able to win the biggest one, but definitely a challenging team to play. But Kyle has always been great at scheming guys open and marrying the run and the pass. The play action pass game has been big for them. Just a really challenging team overall with both the coaching and the personnel that they have. Thanks.